Welcome back to Simrite Fashion Academy YouTube channel for another interesting tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to sew this beautiful high-load flared dress. You can see how flared it is. I'll be teaching you the tips and tricks to cutting this high-load flared top. So if this is what you want to learn in this class, I will encourage you to stay till the end of this tutorial to learn more. Please don't forget to subscribe to Simrite. Thank you. So to begin this tutorial, I'll be making use of a crepe fabric. So my fabric is crepe and I'm using 3 yards of crepe. I'm using 3 yards, okay? So this is my crepe fabric. You can actually use silk fabric for this. You can use crepe for it. So this is the yardage part of it, as you can see. So my 3 yards, I am putting it in 2 like this. I'm going to put it 2 together. So if I put 2 together of my 3 yards, that means from here I'll be having 1.5. Can you see that? So I'll be having 1.5. So this is the folded edge of it. So I just want to turn it this way, okay? So I have it on fold now. 3 yards on fold will give us 1.5 yards. So you are going to put the 3 yards together like this. So if I put it together and arrange it, this is what I'll be having. Okay. So here is the folded part of this. So I just want to arrange it very well and show you what next to do. So here is the folded edge and here is the open edge. So I'm going to pick it here. Okay, I'm going to pick it up here and I would make a triangle with it. Can you see? I'll make a triangle with it. So what am I doing? I'm making the folded edge or the open edge to touch the folded edge. Can you see? So here is the open edge. Is touching the folded edge. So we just folded it on bias. So when you fold it on bias like this, you arrange it this way. So you just see a triangle appear right here. So you can see this folded edge now will serve as center front and center back for us. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'll bring in my tape. I'm going to take my shoulder measurements. So I just want to take it again for clarity. So I said you place your tape. So you can see how I kept this. So make sure you have this on a straight line. That is the folded part, which is the center front, center back, has to be on a straight line. Then you place your tape like this. You can see that I placed it straight. So that is why you see me mark this line. So this line I marked is the straight line, which is our shoulder or starting line. So this shoulder or starting line has to be your shoulder. You have to place it at your shoulder, divide by 2. So the shoulder I'm working with is 15, divide by 2 is 7.5, plus half an inch, which is 8.5. So I just brought it exactly to the half is my stitching allowance. So just add half inch to your shoulder, divide by 2, just add half inch to it. Then from that point, I'm going to measure my chest line. So my chest line here, I'm working with 9 inches. So I'll make a mark, create a mark at that 9 inches. So here is the line. I'll also keep my ruler the way I kept it and I'm going to mark the 9 inches. Then I'll place this way and create a straight line. Okay, so this straight line is the armhole line. So after creating this straight line, I'm going to take the measurement on this line, the measurement of my bust circumference divided by 4. So I'm working with bust 40, but you just add 4 inches to your bust. Your round bust, my round bust is 40 inches. So I'll just add 4 inches for ease because this is a free dress. So this 44 I have, I'll now divide it by 4. If I divide it by 4, I'll have 11. So I'll just place my tape right there. So I'm placing my tape here. I'm going to mark my bust, my new bust, 11 inches. Then I'm going to add 1 inch for stitching allowance. So here is my 1 inch for stitching allowance. So I'll come over here. I'm going to bring down, come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. The neckline is 4 inches for back and front because I have back and front here. The back neckline is 2 inches. The front neckline is 4 inches. So I'll just go ahead and connect my back neckline first. So I'll just place this like this. Connect my back neckline. Then connect this to my front neckline. So I'll just take it this way. Okay, then I'll now connect this to this. So the neckline is by choice. It's not a must. It has to be 4 by 4 and 4 by 2. You can also decide to make it 3.5, or you can even make it 3 inches, depending on if you are working on a turtleneck. But if you are working on a turtleneck, if you make 3 inches, it means you have a slit at the back. But for this, I'm using 4 by 2 and 4 by 4 because I don't have any slit to make. So from this shoulder drop, I'll place my tape and I'm going to get the midpoint of my armhole, which is 4 inches. Then I'll go in by ½ an inch. So this dress has a sleeve. So I just connect this to this by ½ an inch and then connect from that ½ an inch to where I marked my shoulder, my bust plus the seam allowance. I'll just go this way. Okay. So if you also want to go in again for the back front armhole as we usually do, because what I did here is the back armhole, so you can go in by 0.75 because the front armhole is usually deeper, especially when you are having a sleeve attached to it. So I'll just make it this way because we'll attach our basic sleeve to it. Then I'll finally connect this. Alright, so now we are done with the bodies. So the next thing I'm going to do now, we are going to take the measurement of the full length. So you can pin this fabric because it's wobbling or shifting so much. So from this point, that is my shoulder. I believe you are seeing my shoulder point. I'm going to place my tape here and I'm going to take my measurement straight. Okay, so I'll take it this way. Of course, you know how we usually take our flay length. So I'll just keep it here steady, like this, like this, like this. I'll take my full length. So the full length I'm working with here is 36 inches. So I'm working with full length of 36 inches. So I'm going to take it from the shoulder point. So I'll place my tape like I demonstrated. So I'm going to take 36 inches. So you can actually make it longer than 36. It depends. But since it's a high-low dress, I'll just make it 36 inches. Or if you want it more high-load, but I think 36 is okay. Okay. So I've marked the 36. Okay, so this 36 is included of the seam allowance. So I'll just go ahead and cut on the line of 36 inches. So I'll cut it and separate the rest of the fabric. So the rest of the fabric, we'll be using it for the sleeve. So you can see what we have right now. So I took the measurement, like I said, all around from the shoulder. So I'm just trying to, check if what I have there is correct. So it's actually very correct. So now from this part, I'll just use my ruler and connect what I have here to nothing. So I'll just connect it because that is where I have my seam allowance. So I'll just connect it to nothing. And then I'll come over to take, I'm cutting from the back. Take note, I'm cutting the back first. So from the back, the outer part of the sleeve is the back. So I'll separate the back, then separate the front. So the 0.5, that's what I'm cutting. And once I get there, I'll just plant my hand to nothing. Can you see that? Then once I come here, I'll just cut. So let me just add my seam allowance, 1/2 inch here. So just go ahead and add your seam allowance. So I'll just add. So you cut the back. After cutting the back, you take off your pins and separate the inner one. You take off the inner one. So the inner one will serve as the back, while the outer one will be the front. So I'll gently take it away. So I've gently taken it away right now. So I'll still go ahead to cut the front. So just go ahead and arrange it and cut the front. So I will now cut the front piece. So I'll put it together. You can secure with your pin as well. Make sure they are matching together. So I'll now go ahead and cut from here. Then I'll now come in from the 0.5 and also add my seam allowance at 0.5. Okay. Alright, so we are done. So the next I'm going to do is to put the dress right side to right side. So you can see what we have on the front, and this is what we have at the back. So like I said, I'm not making any slits for the back. Okay, so the neckline will be able to enter very well. Can you see? So I will go ahead to stitch the shoulder line. So I'll go to the machine now, stitch close the shoulder line. So we are going to finish sewing this dress before we high-low it. So here I've joined the dress on the shoulder line. I've also joined it on the side too. Okay, so the dress is actually ready, so you can see it. So now I want to go ahead and finish up with my bias. So I don't actually have the same color of bias, so but I'll just go into and use this color. Okay, so but make sure you get a matching color. So I'm going to place my bias like this. I'll stitch round, then when I come I'll place it this way, okay, on the right side. Of course you know how to sew your bias, so I'll just place it this way, and from the seam line I'm going to run my stitch round, then later I'll use it to turn the neckline. So I'll quickly do that now, then we now cut the high-low part. I just went ahead and used the same fabric to finish up the neckline, and I gave it a good press. So now we want to start up the high-low. Okay, so for the high-low, simply pick this at the center front and at the center back like this. Sorry, center front up and down like this. So I'm going to arrange it very well. So make sure you arrange it seam line to seam line. Sorry, I've already cut out. I thought my camera was filming. Okay, so this is the center front area, and this is the side of the dress. So you have to make sure the side is matching up together. So I've already cut it out, but I'm going to explain to you how I high-load it. So this is the front area and this is the back area. So, and this is the center front area. So to high-load it, I measure 10 inches from the hem. You know that everything is equal when we cut the flay. So if you want to wear it as a full flay, just go ahead and wear it that way. But if you want to high-low it, just fold it at the center front. At the hem, just take your measurement at 9 or 8 inches. So I just took my measurement at 8 inches, and now with my chalk I marked from that point. You can see my chalk line. I marked my chalk line, take it all the way to the seam, at the seam line, just go ahead and take 3 inches and now connect it to nothing to the back and cut. So here is the back. Can you see that? So I started cutting it from that point, like that. So you take away this one and you have the high low. Sorry, my camera did not pick this part when I cut it, but I believe you understand what I did now. So here is the center back. You can see the center back is longer, and here is the center front where we high load by 8 inches, so you can see it's shorter. So when you open the dress the way it's supposed to lay, you can see the high low right now. So you notice that the high low, we high load at 8 inches. So high low means the front or the back, depending the one you want to high low, has to be shorter. So but you have to do this at the end of the sewing. Okay, once you sew them the same length, you pick at the center front like this and then match it at the seam line and reduce it according to the number you want to reduce and blend it into the back. So I'm going to sew my sleeve right now to this dress, then hem this part, and we are done with the dress. So here is my basic sleeve. I've already cut it out already. So the length of my basic sleeve is 3/4, 18.5. So I'll just go ahead. I've made my notch to show the front and the center grain line. So I'll pick it on each one of them, and I'm going to shape in the sleeve and attach it to the dress. So here is my basic sleeve. So I'm done preparing them. So I'll just go ahead and sew my basic sleeve to the dress. So I'll flip it this way. This is how I'm going to sew it. I'll pick up the part that has the notch for the front. So here is my sleeve, and this is the front where I have the front notch. So I'll sew this to this. So I'll just move it this way, open up this way, insert this inside, and then I'll match the grain line. From here I'll also match the seam line too. So I'll go over to the machine now. I'm going to complete my sleeve. I'm done with the dress and the sleeve is ready right now. Okay, so that is how we come to the end of this tutorial, and I believe this class was helpful to you. So if you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe, turn on your notification bell to receive videos like this every day. Like this video, share to family and friends, drop your comment on the comment section and your suggestions as well. Thank you once again. See you in the next class. Bye.